Good evening and welcome to day 2 of the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships, and to the people at home, the second of the final session here live from the Sir Owen Glenn National Aquatic Centre here in Auckland. So we had some fantastic heats this morning and we're going to recap some of those, but before I do, I would like to welcome Steve Kent, 2012 Olympian, up beside me. Stephen Kent's going to be working alongside me on the commentary desk tonight, Steve, and also interviewing some personalities and coaches throughout the evening. So great to have you here, Steve. Obviously a 2012 Olympian, which was very special for you. 2014 Commonwealth Games member as well. A World Surf Lifesaving Champion, and now career fireman. So good on you and good to have you here.
Yeah, thanks, Scotty. Great to be here, and really excited for everyone's sort of racing tonight and through the week. You know, I love the sport, and it's great to be here supporting these guys through it.
Good stuff, Steve. This morning you witnessed again the 100-metre backstroke for men and women. We had some reasonable performances, but no qualifying times reached this morning. So some of these swimmers in the men's and women's events wanting to up the game tonight. In terms of that evening or morning to evening session, you've done it so many times. Can we expect to see faster times this evening?
I think that's always the goal. Every coach tries for their swimmers to be faster in finals. That's what every swimmer wants. That's what everyone here in the crowd can do for our athletes. So as long as the supporters, the club mates get behind them, they can lift, they can go faster.
And I guess the pressure of the final always lifts, and that nervousness, as long as it's channeled, can bring out the best in these athletes.
Oh, for sure. You know, they've got to get excited. They've got to use the nerves. It's an empowerment moment, and it's time to really put their best foot forward.
So Andrew Jeffcoat, who is the top seed leading into that event, just shy of that qualifying time mark this morning. And Helena Gasson, of course, who's close to you, being up at the Coast Swimming Club and you being a coach there for many, many years, just off that mark. So wishing both of those swimmers and the other swimmers in the field the very best tonight for that 100-metre backstroke. And some great performances by the para-athletes this morning. 4 of those athletes reaching the qualifying marks: Sophie Pascoe, Nikita Howarth, Jessie Reynolds and Tupou Naufi in the 100-metre backstroke, so looking for backup performances from them. The women's 400-metre individual medley, Gina McCarthy leads them into lane 4 for the final tonight. And then the splash and dash 50 metres freestyle. And we'll start with the men's event, which will be in the middle of the pool. George Williams from Coast Swimming Club, Taiko Terepi Ormsby and Chris Elson. Steve, never been a 50-metre freestyler yourself, but in terms of, you'd know what it takes. What does it take with so much at stake and the hundreds of seconds that separates these swimmers to make a really good 50-metre freestyle?
Well, tonight it's about just putting it all together. They've done all the hard work. Now it's going to be actually doing all those refined skills that the coaches have hopefully been drilling into them. The thing I like to see is just aggression, but also being relaxed. I think that can be, obviously, when you look at the top guys, they're relaxed and powerful. Should be exciting.
And in the women's 50-metre freestyle, it's the 24-year-old Emma Godwin up against the 16-year-old national champion Laura Littlejohn. So it'll be great to watch how that unfolds. They've got to go a heap faster tonight to get that qualifying time, but let's see how they go. And then we've got the 50 fly for para multi-class men and women. Sophie Pascoe in action, the world record holder. Can we see another world record out of Sophie Pascoe this evening? And then Lewis Clairberg, 400-metre individual medley. So I'm 4:16 this morning, just 1 second off the qualifying mark. But obviously he's qualified, Steve, in 2:19. So it probably comes in a little bit more comfortable, but talking to Gary Hollywood earlier, he's really wanted to come in and give us a bash. So what do you think with him qualifying earlier in 2:19? Where's his head at, you think, coming into this meet, and what's he wanting to achieve?
Well, I think for Lewis it's proving how good he is to his home crowd, and I know as New Zealanders and Kiwis, we love watching him race on the world stage. Now our athletes get the opportunity to watch him on home soil be at his best, and we can only get excited for him, and hopefully can take on his New Zealand record tonight.
Well, thanks, Steve. Thanks for your comments, and we'll look forward to joining you in the commentary box. We'll get underway with session 3 of the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. Enjoy. Please join me in welcoming our technical officials for this evening's session of the 2021 Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. Now I'd like to introduce the technical officials for this evening's final session. Our referees for the men's events, Ron Clark from Canterbury, West Coast.
I think we're going to be a bit short in 100 back tonight.
For the women's events, Kareen Gillespie from Northland. Our starters are for the men's events, Greg Forsyth from Wellington. And for the women's events, Joe Russell from Canterbury, West Coast. The technical director for these championships is Leslie Huckins from Canterbury. Thank you, officials. You can now be seated. And we would now like to cross to Steve Kent, who is with the targeted program manager at Swimming New Zealand, Gary Francis.
Yeah, g'day Gary. So just a recap on what you talked about last night, how do our Olympic hopefuls actually qualify for Tokyo?
Evening, Steve. Well, we follow the FINA qualifying criteria. FINA's our world body. So our guys need to do a FINA A time, which is pretty tough. It's based on the top 16 in the world. So to do the FINA A means theoretically you're in the top 16. Only 2 per nation, and it's really tough. So if you get there, you're pretty good.
Yeah, definitely tough. So who's already qualified for the Kiwi team?
Yeah, so tonight we've got Lewis Clareburt swimming in the 400 IM, which is his specialist event. He's already qualified in that. He did that at the World Championships in 2019 when he won the bronze medal. Ali Gallia, who's not swimming here this week because she's back in the USA, she finished she finished 12th in the World Championships in the 200 backstroke in a FINA A time. So they both qualified from there. And then in December, at our first Olympic qualifier, we had Erica Fairweather do the 400 freestyle time, fantastic performance. And Zach Reed, of course, in the 800, which he backed up with last night. And I know that he's planning to try and make a dent on the 400 this week.
Yeah, that's great, and hopefully many more during the week. Yeah. Also, in Tokyo, the heats are going to be at night time, the finals in the morning. How do you feel that will sort of work for our New Zealanders over there?
Some nations are already putting that into their qualifying, so that I know that the Italians and the Australians, they've both swum their heats in the evening and their finals in the morning. We did talk about this, but we decided that we'd get our athletes qualified and then we'd start preparing for it after that, so that they'll be ready for it, but we don't see it as a major obstacle. The last time it happened was in Beijing, and we've learned a few lessons from what happened there.
Cool. Thanks, Gary. Back to you, Scotty.
Thank you, Gary. And thank you, Gary.
For the next interview, could I step a bit this way so we can see his face?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I'll be right next to you. Sweet, sorry about that.
Thank you for joining us, Dave. So welcome, Dave, to the Aon National Swimming Championships. I'm going to pass the mic over to you to say a few words to everyone watching at home and here in the venue.
Thank you very much, Scott. Tēnā koutou katoa, nau mai, haere mai. It's a great pleasure to be here this evening for the long-awaited long course swimming championships. We had to put them to rest last year, but it's just a great feeling to be back in the pool and back seeing some real competition. I'd like to thank Aon, Merton Bulls, Team Line, All Proof Industries and Sky Sport Next as essential partners for this event, and we acknowledge the contribution they've made. I'd like to thank the officials who give up their time so willingly to make this event happen. But really the reason we're here is for the swimming and the swimmers. And I want to wish all the swimmers, all the competitors and their coaches a successful national championships, and those Olympians and Paralympians aspiring to represent us in Japan, Tokyo in July, all the very, very best. So on behalf of Swimming New Zealand, I hereby declare the Aon 2021 Long Course National Championships open for business. Thank you. Kia ora.
Thank you very much, Dave. And now I'd ask Grace Munro from Rangitoto College in Auckland to sing us the national anthem, and if I could ask everyone to be upstanding for the national anthem. Thank you, Grace. Thank you very much. Grace Munro for singing the Māori version of the New Zealand national anthem. I now ask Zach Reid up the front here to say the athlete's oath. And Zach, wishing you all the best for the championships. I'll hand you the mic to say the oath. I hope you've got it all down pat.
Yeah, cheers, thank you. I declare that we will take part in the 2021 Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships in the spirit of true sportsmanship, recognising the rules that govern them and wishing to participate in them for the honour of our team, country and the glory of the sport. Cheers.
Thank you, Zach. We'll let you get back to getting ready for this evening's session, and we'll be back very shortly with the first races, first finals of this evening.
From the schoolyard to the stadium, Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success on a local, regional and national level for over 20 years. We're proud to support New Zealand's sporting organisations and communities up and down the country. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance. With expert advice and local service. From quote to claim management, we're with you every step of the way. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
Welcome back to session 3, the second of the final session of the 221 Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. And can I ask you to put your hands together as we welcome the C finalists of event 3, the women's 100 metres backstroke. The C final of event 3, the women's 100 metres backstroke. In lane 1 from North Shore, Savannah Eve Martin. Lane 2 from Evolution, Talita McEwen. Lane 3 from Coast, Mia Boot. In lane 4 from Kiwi West, Paris Cutler. Lane 5 from Vikings, Hope Shamil. Lane 6 from Bream Bay, Ariel Repahau. And lane 7 from Waitakere, Amber George. And lane 8 from Aqua Blades, Sasha Reed. And coming down to the line, it is lane 4, 2 and 8. And the entry times were around 106, so 105 there for Hope Shamil in lane 5, who's lowered her time by a full second. So good job in the first of the finals for the women's backstroke. Please join me in welcoming the B finalists of event 3, the women's 100 metres backstroke. The B finalists of the women's 100 metres backstroke. In lane 1 from North Canterbury, Holly Rahurahu. And lane 2 from North Shore, Gabrielle Doyle. Lane 3 from Enterprise, Tyler Fino. In lane 4 from North Shore, Zoe Crawford. Lane 5 from North Shore, Summer Osborne. Lane 6 from Coast, Tess Winneray. Lane 7 from Mount Maunganui, Molly Shivnan. And lane 8 from North Shore, Chloe Seaman. And the numbers of finals, whether there be A, B or C, are based on the number of people in the preliminaries and the heats. And so this event, well attended with 5 or 6 heats, opens up to a C final. And very, very flat across the field with 25 metres to swim. Lane 4, Zoe Crawford from North Shore looks to just have a couple of fingernails in front at the moment as they go through the last 5 to the wall. And Zoe Crawford takes it 1:04.96, which is a 0.2 second improvement over her morning swim. Please welcome to pool deck the A finalists of Event 3, the women's 100 metres backstroke. In lane 1 from Mount Maunganui, Zylika Pratt-Smith. In lane 2 from United, Jessie Welch. In lane 3 from United, Alice Waldo. In lane 4 from Coast, Helena Gasson. And lane 5 from Phoenix, Vanessa Auerhand. And lane 6 from Capital, Sophie Irving. Lane 7 from Hamilton Aquatics, Paige Flynn. And lane 8 from Central City, Liv Peebles. The fastest 100 metre backstroke woman in the country, and away they go. Helena Gasson, the first 25, comes out half a body length in front of Vanessa Auerhand in lane 5. She's going to have to go out quicker. She was 0.5 off the qualifying mark this morning. Steve joined the Coast Swimming Club now, Helena, and doing a great job. She goes to the wall and turns in just under 30 seconds. Helena Gasson is going to have to wind it up here and hold on. This is when the endurance comes into play. Vanessa Auerhand is challenging in lane 5. Stroke for stroke with 25 metres left to go. The Olympic qualifying mark of 1 minute, 0.36. Check the clock for 1 minute, 0.36. Helena Gasson coming into the wall. 1 minute, 0.81, just outside again. Vanessa Auerhand comes into second, 1:01.35. Jessie Welch from lane 2 takes the bronze. So a fraction quicker there for Helena Gasson from her morning swim, but not quite good enough for the Olympic qualifying time, but a national title all the same. We'll get a couple of words with Helena very shortly. I have Helena Gasson here with me, fresh off that 100-metre backstroke title there. Congratulations on the title, Helena. Your expectations going into the 100 backstroke at these championships?
It's a really new race for me, so we couldn't have any expectations on that, and I've dropped 3 seconds in a year, so I'm actually really happy.
To go 0.1 quicker off a very, very good heat swim this morning with the pressure of the final, you must be happy that you'd gone faster again?
Yeah, the goal is always to go faster. Obviously, would have loved to have gone faster, but hey, improvement is improvement.
3 seconds in a year and only half a second off that qualifying mark, you must be pleased. So well done, Helena, and all the best for the rest of your championships.
Thank you.
Swimming is my favourite way to start the day.
It's my escape from the hustle and bustle.
Keeps me moving and keeps me alive.
It's the reason I want to be the best one day.
It's why we're going to Epic. See you in Taupo.
Well, welcome back to the 221 Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. We've just seen event number 3, the women's 100-metre backstroke, won by Helena Gasson. We move now to event 4, the men's 100-metre backstroke, starting with the C final, coming onto pool deck now. The C finalists of event 4, the men's 100-metre backstroke. In lane 1 from Tasman, Joshua Ames. In lane 2 from Pukekohe, Quinn Walden. In lane 3 from North Shore, McAllister Clark. In lane 4 from Coast, Tegan Farr. Lane 5 from Waitakere, Hunter Dobson. Lane 6 from Parnell, Ryan Peck. Lane 7 from Tasman, William Seymour. And lane 8 from Coast, Jasper Cornish. So Stephen Kent, in terms of 100-metre backstroke, 2 lengths of the pool, how fast should these guys go out on the first 50? Quick comment here.
Yeah, being a huge backstroker myself, I think the key thing is to make sure they get their rating right and then bringing those legs coming all the way home, so they've got to be tough.
Well, of course, you certainly did the 200-metre individual medley in your day, so you do know a thing or two about backstroke. But as we bring them home, Tegan Farr from Coast Swimming Club ducks under the minute, and he's pretty happy about it. 59.97 could be the first time, so well done to our C finalists. Please welcome to pool deck the B finalists of event 4, the men's 100 metres backstroke. The B finalists of the men's 100 backstroke. In lane 1 from Vikings, Lachlan McKenzie. Lane 2 from Pukekohe, Thomas Murray. 3 from Capital, Joel Crampton. 4, Taiko Torepi Ormsby from Whanganui. 5, Satori Dobby from QE2. 6, Samuel Potching from North Shore. Gustav Camper in 7 from North Shore. And Tyler Tapper from Whanganui in lane 8. Now rating, Steve Kent, important in backstroke, isn't it, to keep that rating up? And what about when the fatigue comes in? You've got to push through and keep that rating up?
Yeah, it's also saying relaxed with your rating. So in that first 50, if they overrate, then it's going to come back to haunt them. So that first 50, rating high but relaxed, way home, keep the rating up, bring in their mental fortitude to finish it off.
So lane 4, this is Taiko Torepi Ormsby. And he'll be trying to get some redemption after missing out on the A final. And he hits the wall in 57.22 to take it out. Samuel Potching from lane 6 takes the silver. Joel Crampton from 3 takes the bronze. And looking at those times from this morning, better time there for Taiko. We now welcome the A finalists of event 4, the men's 100 metres backstroke. In lane 1 from North Shore, Cooper Morley. Lane 2 from Coast Swimming Club, Wilrick Kutsia. In lane 3 from Pukekohe, Zach Dell. In lane 4 from Pukekohe, Andrew Jeffcoat. Lane 5 from North Shore, Kane Follows. Lane 6 from North Shore, Cameron Gray. Lane 7 from Neptune, Zeke Pine. Lane 8 from North Shore, Jason Churches. Andrew Jeffcoat, the fastest of the 8 in lane 4, 54.64. He's a full second ahead almost from the heat session. And now is the time he needs to make it happen. Andrew Jeffcoat, the fastest current 100-metre backstroker in the country. Steve, what has he got to do to pull out this qualification time?
To go under 54 is going to have to be a huge swim here.
26.70 through the 50. And he's actually behind. Zach Dell leads them through. Jeffcoat in second. Kane Follows is in third. It's anyone's at the moment amongst the top 3 lanes. Jeffcoat starting to pull through by quarter of a body length. Zach Dell coming through strongly. I think Jeffcoat's got it. He goes to the wall. 54.89 to win for Jeffcoat. Second to Zach Dell, 55.25. And the bronze to Kane Follows in 55.38. So another national title for Jeffcoat. But has the qualifying time has eluded him this evening. And we hope to see another An opportunity for these swimmers to qualify in another of the backstroke events. We'll chat with Andrew Jeffcoat for his reaction very shortly. I'm here with Andrew Jeffcoat, just won the title for the men's 100-metre backstroke. Could see the disappointment on your face, Andrew. Talk us through sort of that performance there. A little bit quicker than this morning, but not quite quick enough.
Yeah, I'm obviously disappointed with the time. Wanted to try and get close to the Olympic qualifying time, but it's obviously awesome to come away with the national title.
Absolutely, and in terms of the game plan tonight, did it go as per your plan? Did you feel as you thought you'd feel?
I tried to go out a bit easier. I felt like I cooked myself too hard in the first lap this morning. So I tried to go out a bit easier, come back a bit harder, but obviously didn't come through with the result that I wanted.
In terms of that distance, the 50, the 100, the 200, which was your favoured discipline or favoured distance, and what's up next for you to try and get this qualifying time for Tokyo?
So my 200 is closest. I'm only a second off that, so even though I didn't hit the time for this, I still had a good PB, which sets me up quite well for the 200 later on in the week and 200 freestyle tomorrow, which hopefully I can get up for a relay spot.
Well, you seem in a positive frame of mind, and that's a great thing, so all the best for the rest of your champs.
Cheers, appreciate it.
Swimming classification has 14 classes and is split into 3 groups. Physical impairments are represented by numbers 1 to 10, where S1 swimmers are the most impaired and S10 the least. Visual impairments occupy classes S11, 12 and 13. S11 swimmers are blind through to S13 who have milder visual impairments. Finally, S14 is for those with an intellectual impairment. The S prefix is used for butterfly, backstroke and freestyle. When swimming in breaststroke, swimmers carry an SB prefix due to the added importance of the leg kick for those with physical impairments. Although it has no bearing on swimmers with visual or intellectual impairments, the SB prefix is used across all classes. Medley events carry an SM prefix, a blend of both S and SB numbers, to reflect the event that contains all 4 strokes.
So welcome back to the 2021 Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships here live from the Sir Owen Glen National Aquatic Centre. And for the viewers at home, we apologise for a few technical difficulties with the timing system. So if you are at home close to an internet connection, you can log in to Swimming New Zealand's website, swimming.org.nz. You can head to the events section and find the Aon National Swimming Championships, and on that page you can click on live timing to follow the timing of this evening's events. That is, if the times aren't shown on your screens. And we're not far off welcoming the next event, the next final of this evening's session. It will be the women's 100-metre backstroke para multi-class, and they'll be coming out very shortly. But 2 finals down now, 2 A finals down. And Steve, you've been here many, many times. I saw Stephen Kent, 2012 Olympian and 2014 Commonwealth Games representative. But all the training culminating in 1 week worth of peak performance. I mean, not only is it that physical preparation, but it's that mental preparation to be able to come out and give it absolutely everything and get to the top of your game in that 1 week, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's been able to trust your coaches and what you have done during years of training, not just in this season. So it's backing up season after season, trying to just keep improving your actual personal best. Myself, if I did a PB, I came away from a meet happy. These guys should be looking for those first, and if the qualification comes from that for the Olympic hopefuls, that's awesome. But first of all, do the best you've ever done.
In terms of some of these swimmers that might not have started with the best performance they would have hoped for, I mean, you must have had one of those before. How do you turn it around?
The way I used my coaches and my teammates, I used other people's swims to lift me up when I was feeling down. That's one of the best things you can do. That's what's so great about our sport. There's always someone around you who is doing well. Use those people to your advantage. Pick yourself up. There's always another swim meet. Get back out there. Give it another 100%.
Yeah, good advice there by Olympian Stephen Kent, part of the illustrious Kent family, of which Dean Kent, Stephen's older brother, was a 3-time Olympian and still holds 400-metre or individual medley New Zealand records. And so looking forward to Dean Kent joining us on the microphone in the commentary box on Friday and Saturday. But good to have this first-hand experience from someone that has only very recently retired from the sport. And Steve, still keeping very active yourself, still clinging on to and holding on to, trying to maintain your team captain of the World Surf Lifesaving Team, or the Surf Lifesaving Team for New Zealand. Is there still another year in it for you, Stephen, at the Surf Lifesaving World Championships?
Yeah, that's been my goal, to not use COVID as an excuse to retire from surf lifesaving. So hopefully I can continue to improve. Once again, that's still a goal of mine, even being 33 now, is getting in there and racing the Coast Elite squad when I am not at work, and trying to hold my own against them, and still try to improve my own races in the pool rescue discipline.
Now, coming back to this whole the COVID environment and the fact that no, we're back to the racing. We will get straight back to the next event of the program, event 101. Please put your hands together and welcome to pool deck the final of the women's 100-metre backstroke para multi-class. In lane 1 from Zenith, Katie Short. In lane 2 from Coast Swimming Club, Nia Wallace. In lane 3 from Orca, Jane Fox. In lane 4 from Pukekohe, Tupo Naufi. In lane 5 from Wharanui, Gabriella Smith. In lane 6 from Wharanui, Lily Fox Mason. And lane 7 from Te Arawa, Siobhan Terry. The women's 100 metre backstroke para multi-class, 2 reaching the qualifying mark this morning. Tupou Naufi in lane 4. And we also had Nikita Howarth in other events this evening, but it'll all be Tupou Naufi who'll be watching very closely for, see if she can go under that qualifying mark once again. And the qualifying mark was 1:21.57. And she turns second to the wall, remembering each of these para-athletes are swimming within their own class and racing only swimmers within their own class. And the winner, the ultimate winner of this event, is the person that is closest to the world record in this event in their class. So they try and make it as even as they possibly can in the para sports, para swimming. And in lane 4 and 5, this is Tupou Naufi and 5, Gabriella Smith, as they go to the wall together. 1:18.13, that's underneath that qualifying mark again for Tupou Naufi. Gabriella Smith, 1:17.23. And that is a good improvement for her from her 1:19.23 posting this morning. Lily Fox-Mason's third to the wall. And we'll wait for the system to generate the winner, but that is the 100 metre backstroke for women para multi-class. I'm here with Tupou Naufi. Congratulations, Tupou. You went to the Olympics in Rio, and now you've reached the qualifying mark for the second time for Tokyo. You must be very happy with that performance in the first few days of the championships.
Yeah, definitely a good start to the week. Just from all the training and stuff the last couple of weeks, so it was good, yeah.
In terms of your crowds or your support here, both with your teammates, your family, your parents, have you got anyone in the crowd here today cheering you on?
Yeah, I've got my family upstairs, which is really cool. In the club as well, they've supported me quite a lot, so yeah.
What does it mean to you? I mean, in terms of motivation every day when you're training so hard, is it these peak championships that really keep you? What are the things that keep you motivated to go to training all those times, every time, 10 times a week, 8 times a week?
Definitely my family. They've sacrificed so much for me. And also my coach and the club I swim for as well, Pukekohe Swimming. They've done so much for me, and I just wouldn't be able to give back.
Well, fantastic, and yeah, well done on your qualification. Well done. We welcome to pool deck now the finalists of event 102, the men's 100 metre backstroke para multi-class. In lane 2 from Blenheim, Jack Bugler. In lane 3 from Selwyn, Ian Edwards. In lane 4 from Fairfield, Jessie Reynolds. In lane 5 from Mount Eden, David Beck. And lane 6 from Greendale, Lance Dusto. Away we go. Jessie Reynolds, of course, in lane 4. He reached the qualifying mark this morning. The qualifying mark 105.78. He swum 105.28. And he's in disability class S9, a physical disability. And he heads down the pool very fast indeed. Now his fastest time of 104.96. We'll see if we can get him under 105 this evening in the final. In lane 5, David Beck outside him. He's the intellectual disability there, and they look at the splits. 31.94. Jessie Reynolds hits the 50-metre mark first, followed by David Beck and Ian Edwards. And let's make some noise, everyone. Let's get Jessie Reynolds under 105 and another qualifying mark. And he's going to come to the wall. We look for the time 105.66, so he does go under that qualifying mark once again. Second to the wall was David Beck, 113.08, and third, Jack Bugler in 116.08. And for those watching at home, we must apologise for the missing times on the screen. You can head to the Swimming New Zealand website, swimming.org.nz, click on the events section, select Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships, and on that page you can click live timing to follow the timing of these championships. So second time today, Jessie, congratulations. This time a national title in the final, and a second time you've dipped under that qualifying mark, so not quite as quick as this morning. We'll let you off, but 2 qualifying marks in a day, you must be happy.
Not really. Don't know if I let myself off. I was supposed to go faster tonight. Had a game plan and it all fell away a little bit, but I mean, stoked to go under the time again. Obviously we've made Tokyo, which is pretty awesome, so yeah.
And 104.96 your PB. So obviously, how many months or years ago was that done?
That was at the 2019 World Champs. So yeah, a few years ago now, and pretty big event. So it was cool to be close to that here, and I was hoping to do a PB, but that's all right.
And your goals and aspirations for Tokyo, have you thought that far ahead in terms of what you want to achieve?
Yeah, personally, I'm just trying to see how fast I can go. Pushing myself every year to try and get my time as fast as I can be. Hopefully that's a podium, so I can bring home a medal for New Zealand, but I've just got to be as fast as I can.
Love your attitude, Jessie. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Your once-a-year opportunity to swim the bridge is next weekend. The Harcourt's Cooper & Co. Swim the Bridge is a sellout event, so enter today at swimthebridge.co.nz to secure your spot. Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success for over 20 years. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance. Expert advice and local service. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
Welcome back to the 221 Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. We move now to event number 5, the women's 400 metres individual medley. And coming onto pool deck, the B finalists. The B final of event 5, the women's 400 metres individual medley. In lane 1 from Pirates, Alicia Wong. Lane 2 from Jazzy, Sarah Mabin. Lane 3 from Bream Bay, Amelia Finer. 4 from Raumati is Maya Adams. 5 from Evolution, Zoe Wilkinson. 6 from Neptune, Madison Wills. Lane 7's from Waitakere, Vasilina Shiplova. And lane 8, Nia Anderson from Mount Maunganui. And joining me in commentary, 2012 Olympian Steve Kent. And Steve, you did a few 200i individual medleys in your day. This 400 is one of the toughest events on the program, would you agree?
Yeah, for sure. You know, going through the butterfly 100 metres first, you know, staying relaxed, and then obviously through the back and breast, it's using your strengths, working on your weaknesses all the way through. So it's what you attack, how you build your race and put it together for a quality time at the end.
And of course, with 4 different disciplines, almost every muscle group being used, you know, and very, very taxing indeed as they go through the 100 metre mark, these B finalists. And it is Amelia Finer from lane 3 that goes through 1:10.61. But Steve Kent, in terms of, you know, everyone has their favourite strokes. Is it best to hold back in your favourite stroke to put more energy into your unfavoured strokes, or is there any sort of logic to that?
I guess it's just whatever plan you've come up with your coach. Myself being more a butterfly freestyle based, that's, you know, I wanted to get out and be strong. Backstroke being my weakest, I needed to work hard just to maintain and then build my breast and attack my freestyle. So that was my plans when I did it. I used it as a build-up to actually the 2012 trials in minor events, just to actually build that base for my 200 freestyle.
Yeah, good point. The other thing about 400 IM is there's a lot of lead changes, isn't there, with different people's different abilities and different strokes. And I guess one wouldn't want to get off-put by the changes of lead, because obviously in the breaststroke leg they can visibly see where other people are at. It's important to swim your own race, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. You've got to put up those little curtains. You know, you've got some quality breaststrokers in there, like from memory, you know, Kira Smith comes in hot in the breaststroke in her terms of 400 IM. So you've got to allow for that. If you want to stay ahead, you've got to attack that part with them as well. So you've got to make those decisions almost while you're racing as well. Be adaptable.
Yeah, great comments there by 2012 Olympian Stephen Kent. And first through that 200 metre mark was Maya Adams, 2:29.43. Nia Anderson from lane 8 is sitting in the silver medal position at the moment. Well, the second place position, and Zoe Wilkinson in third in lane 5. And 150 metres to swim. And it is Maya Adams, 3:13.39. And this is where we'll start to see some positions change in the breaststroke leg. And the key to, I guess the key, Steve, to a really solid 400 metre individual medley swimmer is no weaknesses, really. It's trying to have all the 4 strokes very strong indeed.
Yeah, that's definitely going to work. I mean, when you look at the best in the world, Lochte Phelps, there was no real weakness there. When you look at what Helena's trying to do now in her IMs, it's working on her backstroke, which maybe was one of her weaknesses, using that now to her advantage to get those better times going forward in the IMs.
100 metres freestyle to swim. Maya Adams in control of this B final of the 400 metre individual medley for women. And she's opened up a good 10 metre lead on the rest of the field. Lane 2, this is Sarah Mabin from Jazzy sitting in second. Lane 6, Madison Wills from Neptune in third. And this is where these swimmers are going to really have to start to dig deep to reach their PBs, to reach their goals here. And in terms of breathing technique, Steve, I mean, is it best to breathe every 3, every 5, every 2? Is it an individual thing?
Definitely an individual thing with their body and what they've worked on. Myself, my rhythm was breathing every 2, so it's utilising it at the right time. If you can get that breath control, definitely time to use it. That's last 5 metres, really important. Head down, power up the legs, finish strong.
So there we go in for the win of the B final. Maya Adams, 5:09.08. She is 8 seconds under her entry time, so she'll be extremely pleased with that. 5:09.08. Madison Wills takes second. Sarah Mabin from lane 2 third. And all of these women have gone well underneath. A lot of them, their heat time this morning, which is great to see. So there's the results, 5:09.08 for Maya Adams, through to Alicia Wong, who finished in 5:31.05. We now move and ask you to welcome to pool deck the A finalists of the women's 400 metres individual medley. In lane 1 from Wharanui, Bree Anderson. In lane 2 from Wharanui, Hannah Bates. In lane 3 from Capital, Georgia Wills. In lane 4 from Hamilton Aquatics, Gina McCarthy. Lane 5 from North Shore, Ruby Matthews. Lane 6 from North Shore, Charlie Toos. Lane 7 from Capital, Jenna Ralston Larking. And lane 8 from Neptune, Sophie Shallard. So Gina McCarthy coming into the A final with a margin of 8 seconds over Ruby Matthews in 5, up 4:53.73. And just looking at some of the times we need to remember, the women's qualifying time for Tokyo Olympics is 4:38.53. That's a big margin. That's a good 14, 15 seconds ahead of the times Gina did this morning. So it's going to be a tough ask. But let's see what this final can do to pull her through to a much faster time. And the New Zealand 18-year-old record, 4:47.75. We're looking at that for Gina McCarthy as well. That's another record we might be able to collect. But Ruby Matthews has started very, very strongly, Steve Kent, and this is what you talked about. A favoured stroke, use it to your advantage.
Yeah, Ruby does some 200 fly, so, you know, she's going to use that power now and, you know, get out in the lead. She can watch these girls in the backstroke, so she can control the race.
I do often, you know, watch with interest where that you get into the freestyle leg at the end of this, and if you've done a very good breaststroke leg, you're actually tearing away in freestyle as other people are still swimming breaststroke, and that lead can be increased, right?
Yeah, and it's using that to I guess, motivate yourself. So if you're using other people in this race, you know, and you've got that confidence, go with it, use the energy.
Halfway through the backstroke leg, butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle, 100 metres of each, 2 lengths of each stroke. And now the field seems to flatten out at the top end. Lane 4, 5, 6, all together. That is Gina McCarthy, Ruby Matthews, Charlie Tooss. And Ruby Matthews just starting to slip back in this backstroke leg as Gina McCarthy in her favoured backstroke glides nicely, smoothly into the lead. And we'll look at those splits. She goes to the wall at 2:20.48. And looking at that New Zealand age group record, she'll need to come home in a 2:27 over the second 200. And of course, 100 of that is breaststroke. And away she goes. And she did look strong in the breaststroke this morning, Steve. And we look back at second place at the moment, Charlie Tooss. Ruby Matthews, her North Shore compatriot, just breaststroking alongside her, but starting to come up reasonably strongly in lane 3, Georgia Wills from Capital. Now let's talk about the turns, Steve, in this event. Quite a bit different to the normal disciplines where they've got to change, certainly the backstroke, some of these skills that they need to make sure they get right to not risk disqualification.
Yeah, and you've actually got to attack them. So I guess one of the things watching Dean for years and years, his skills were amazing, and he used them to make sure that he was always at his best. He worked on them day in, day out, session after session, and he definitely used them to generate where he got to for New Zealand.
Gina McCarthy coming to the final stages of the 100-metre breaststroke leg of this women's 400 metres individual medley. 3:41.26 she turns with 100 metres freestyle to go. We're looking for a New Zealand age group record at 4:47.75. She's going to have to swim about a 1:06, 1:07 final 100. Let's try and get Gina McCarthy through to a New Zealand 18-year-old age group record, ladies and gentlemen. She's almost 20 metres ahead of the rest of the field. She's swimming out on her own. Ruby Matthews starting to put her foot down for second place at the moment. Coming back just on the top of Charlie Tooss at the moment. Georgia Wills sitting in fourth place. And lane 2's Hannah Bates from Wharanui sitting in fifth. Gina McCarthy, 25 metres to swim. Breathing off to her left. The time clicking over, 4:39, 4:40, 4:41. It's going to be very close indeed. 4:44, 4:45. She goes to the wall for a New Zealand age group 18-year-old record for Gina McCarthy. 4:47.17. Second place to Charlie Tooss, holds out Ruby Matthews, who takes the bronze. 4:59.58 for Charlie Tooss, 5 minutes, 0.22 for Ruby Matthews. And just looking at Gina McCarthy's PB, an entry time of 4:47. Well, she's surpassed that, a PB for Gina McCarthy, which she must be very pleased with. We'll catch a word with her very, very soon. Gina McCarthy, congratulations. A new New Zealand 18-year-old age group record and PB by the looks. Some reactions from you on that great swim?
Oh, I'm stoked, man. That's good. Yeah, that's all I can say. I'm quite happy, yeah.
Any sort of goal when you went out this evening? Was there any sort of time, anything you wanted to achieve? Did you know, was this exactly where you wanted to end up?
Yeah, I wanted to go for 47.74 because that was like just faster than the NZR because I wanted to break the standard time. So I think it's a good amount under, but I would have been a bit happy if I got a little bit faster. But I mean, PB's PB, I can't be too upset.
You were 20 metres ahead at that event. Is it quite difficult when in the final stages to make sure you're pushing yourself? You're swimming your own race really with 20 metres ahead.
Yeah, well, I guess like I trained for this. Like I trained my heart out in training. So why would I hold back if I've not got anyone to race? So it's just one of those, race the clock.
You must be very confident leading into the rest of your championship now with a great swim like that under your belt.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely good when you go out, do a good swim to start off with. I was stoked with my swim this morning, so dropping, 6 seconds, it's quite promising for the rest of the meet.
And how many other swims have you got these championships?
I have 4 more. I've got 1 a day, so yeah, 4 more.
Well, enjoy the warm down and congratulations.
Thank you.
So I became an IOT because I just wanted to help out the swim community, give back, because they've always been amazing when I'm swimming.
So the reason why I became a technical official is because it's much more fun than sitting in the stand. You're right in the middle of it, you get to see all the racing, you get to talk to people and be involved in the event. It's just a great place to be.
I enjoy being a technical official because firstly it's an easy way for me to be able to give back to the sport that's given me so much. I've been able to go overseas with my own swimming, so it's a good way for me to be able to give back, and it's fun. I get to make new friends amongst the other technical officials, and I feel like it's also helping my own swimming because I understand the rules of the sport on a deeper level.
Why? Because you get to meet so many cool people. You get to be close to the racing, and the technical officials are a happy family. They're good. They teach you, or you learn something new every day, and I have. Over the last 20 years, I suppose, I've had some great support from other officials, and it's just fun. It's so fun, and seeing the swimming close up, that's really exciting. So please come, we want you.
Well, Stephen Kent, an exciting first half of the final sessions this evening with the men's and women's 100-metre backstroke and the women's 400 metres individual medley there. What did you make of these performances so far? The men's 100-metre backstroke and women's 100-metre backstroke with Jeff Coate and Helena Gasson winning those titles?
Yeah, well, Helena did another PB, so obviously working, in that backstroke for her, IM, working towards the end of the week. Jeff Coate, another national title, still forever trying to improve, and then obviously our para athletes, Jessie and Tupou, breaking that qualifying time again, so really strong there. And then to see Gina at the end really come home strong. It was a standard record, so it's never been done before, so fastest 18-year-old there's ever been in New Zealand, so pretty awesome swim to finish the first half.
And we talked about before about, that confidence that a swimmer gets from those great performances in the early stages on day 2 of this championship. It's going to set them up well, isn't it, for the rest of the championships?
Yeah, well, if you're doing personal best, there's no better way to start. It means your warm-ups are working right, your taper's probably already, working well. You might still be working towards another event, but if it's already there, you're looking pretty sharp.
So we will move to the medal presentations for the first half of the session, and then after that we'll be back for the men's and women's 50 metres freestyle, the splash and dash, the 50 butterfly for para multi-class, and finishing up with the men's 400 metres individual medley.
Your once-a-year opportunity to swim the bridge is next weekend. The Harcourt's Cooper & Co. Swim the Bridge is a sellout event, so enter today at swimthebridge.co.nz to secure your spot. Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success for over 20 years. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance. Expert advice and local service. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
Welcome back to the 221 Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships, and we move now to the first of the medal presentations for the finals that have been swum this evening. And the first of those medal presentations is for event 3, the women's 100 metres backstroke. And presenting the medals, the President of Swimming New Zealand, Dr. Dave Gerard. We're going to start with the 17 and 18-year-olds women's 100 metre backstroke. In third place in 104.54 from Mount Maunganui Swimming Club, Zyleka Pratt-Smith. The silver medal position in 104.21 from United Swimming Club, Alice Waldo. And winning the gold medal in 103.56 from United Swimming Club, Jessie Welch. This is the 17 and 18-year-old age. Podium for the women's 100 metres backstroke. We move now to the medal presentation of the final of the women's 100 metre backstroke. In third place in 103.56, Jessie Welch from United Swimming Club. In second place, winning the silver medal in 101.35 from Phoenix Aquatics, Vanessa Auerhand. And winning in a time of 1 minute, 0.81 from Coast Swimming Club, Helena Gasson. Move now to event 4, the 100 metre backstroke for men's 17 and 18-year-old podium winners. In third place in 57.22 from Wharanui Swim Club, Taiko Torepi Ormsby. In the silver medal position in 58.26 from North Shore Swimming Club, Cooper Morley. And winning the gold medal for the 17, 18-year-old boys in 57.15 from North Shore Swimming Club, Cameron Gray. Move now to the medal presentation for event 4, the final of the men's 100 metre backstroke, the open place getters. In third place in 55.38 from North Shore Swimming Club, Kane Follows. In second place, winning the silver medal in 55.25 from Pukekohe Swimming Club, Zach Dell. And winning the national title in 54.89 from Pukekohe Swimming Club, Andrew Jeffcoat. All right, we move now to the medal ceremony for event 101, the 100-metre backstroke for women para multi-class. In third place in 1:24.12 from Auckland Swimming Club, Jane Fox. In second place, winning the silver medal, 1:17.27 from Wharanui Swim Club, Gabriella Smith. And winning the gold medal in 1:18.13 from Pukekohe Swimming Club, Tupo Naufi. Now to event 102, the men's 100-metre backstroke para multi-class. In third place, 1:16.08 from Blenheim Swim Club, Jack Bugler. Second place in 1:13.08 from Mount Eden Swimming, David Beck. And winning in 1:05.66 in an Olympic qualifying standard time from Fairfield Swimming Club, Jesse Reynolds. Move now to event 5, the women's 400-metre individual medley place getters for the 17-18-year-old age group. In third place in 5 minutes and 8 seconds, .55 from Capital Swim Club, Jenna Ralston Larking. In second place in 5 minutes, 2 seconds, .08 from Capital Swim Club, Georgia Wills. And winning that age group in 4:47.19 and a New Zealand 18-year-old age group record from Hamilton Aquatics, Gina McCarthy. Move now to the open result for the women's 400 individual medley. In third place in 5 minutes, .22 from North Shore Swimming Club, Ruby Matthews. In second place in 4:59.58 from North Shore Swimming Club, Charlie Toos. And winning in a time of 4:47.19. We welcome back up from Hamilton Aquatics, Gina McCarthy. Would now like to present some special Aqua Black awards to 2 swimmers. And these will be presented by the President of New Zealand Swimming, Dr. Dave Gerard. And it'll be presented to Aqua Black number 216 to Daniel Bell. If you could put your hands together for Daniel Bell, being presented his Swimming New Zealand pin from one more. So we'll now get a quick word with Daniel Bell. Stephen Kent's going to catch him just off as he moves off for the podium.
Yeah, thanks, Daniel. Obviously, it's awesome to be back here at the New Zealand National Champs. What was your favourite moment about racing here in your build-up to your Olympic Games and your qualification?
I think my favourite moment would have to be making my first Olympic Games. I was lucky enough to know that going into the race, winning was more important than the time because the relay had automatically qualified. So getting my hand on the wall first and knowing I won that 100 back and got selected for my first Olympics would have to be my favourite moment at any Open Champs.
Yeah, and then obviously your preparation, did it change much from once you qualified and then your build-up to Beijing, your first Olympics? Was it much different, or did you just repeat and improve, or what did you sort of do there?
I was pretty lucky that Don and my coach at the time, we'd set a pretty clear guideline in our preparation and what we were focusing on leading in. So had World Short Course 2 weeks after Olympic trials, which the goal was to go faster than we did in December, and then Junior Worlds, where I was lucky enough to get those 3 titles and world records 6 weeks out for confidence going in. So we had a really clear guideline in terms of target events and goals along the way to get confidence heading into those Olympics, where I was lucky enough to break the New Zealand record leading that team out, where we made the final and got 5th in Beijing. So
yeah, some really awesome experience, and I guess, you know, getting 5th in the Olympics, was that your favourite moment?
Yeah, I mean, I've got some pretty good results in the past, but an Olympic final and the Olympic Games is always the pinnacle. So I do rate my 5th at the Olympics over my silver at the Com Games. You know, being in an Olympic sport where that is the pinnacle of the sport, I think making that final where you only get one chance every 4 years is very special. So pretty lucky to have had that chance.
Yeah, cool, Daniel. And yeah, I remember watching that race, and I think it was a really proud moment for New Zealand. So well done, mate.
Cheers, Steve.
Swimming is my favourite way to start the day.
It's my escape from the hustle and bustle.
Keeps me moving and keeps me alive.
It's the reason I want to be the best one day.
It's why we're going to Epic. See you in Taupo.
Well, welcome back to the second half of the final session here of the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships, live from the Sir Owen Glenn National Aquatic Centre here in Auckland. And we move to the Splash and Dash, the 50-metre freestyle for men. There are 3 finals, with the C final up first, then the B, then the A final. And on the pool deck, ready to go, the C finalists. In lane 1, Blake Elliott. 2, Thomas Bain. 3, Matthew Holder. 4, Tyler Tapper. 5, McAllister Clark. 6, Zachary Knowles. 7, Aiko Shibuya. And 8, Cole Drinnan. And looking pretty strong, Zach Knowles in 6. He's got a little bit of a lead leading in the final 10 metres. This is where they put their head down and hit the wall. And it was Zachary Knowles that holds on. 24.29. Half-second improvement on the morning heat, which is great to see. And second goes to Blake Elliott, lane 1. The B final is on the block and ready for the starters. In lane 1, Carlos Hardy. 2, Bailey Perium. 2, Mohamed Masoud. 4, Atakura Julian. 5, Tafiti Tamomo. 6, Marco Smeet. 7, Robin Shen. And lane 8, Tom Drever. And it's a complete blanket across the field at the moment. Atakura Julian in the blue cap. Lane 4 might have it at the moment. Strong challenge there by Tafiti Tamomo in 5. They go to the wall. It is Julian, 24.20. That takes it. And we welcome to the pool deck. Put your hands together for the A finalists of the men's 50 metres freestyle. In lane 1 from North Shore Swimming Club, Cameron Gray. In lane 2 from Neptune, Tom Gold. In lane 3 from Waitaha, Christopher Elson. Lane 4 from Coast, George Williams. Lane 5 from Wharanui, Taiko Torepi Ormsby. Lane 6 from Coast, Tyrone Henry. Lane 7 from Coast, Fergus Eadie. And lane 8 from St Paul's, Ben Littlejohn. Fast start in lane 2 by Tom Gold from Neptune. Away they go, 1 length of the pool. Fast rating, hardly any breathing. All doing it on their own, in their own lanes. Coming down, lane 4's George Williams from Coast looks to have the advantage at the moment with 10 metres to swim. George Williams from Coast Swimming Club's going to take this out, I think. He hits the wall, and he does. 22.99 for George Williams. Taiko Torepi Ormsby will take the silver in 23.30, and Tyrone Henry, also from Coast, takes third in 23.40. Exciting race there for the fastest 8 men in the country over 1 length freestyle. And we'll catch a word with George Williams very shortly. Here with the winner of the men's 50-metre freestyle, George Williams. Congratulations. Your first title at these championships and ducking under the 23-second mark. Are you happy with that performance in the national title?
Yeah, I'm chuffed. First time here, so improvement from this morning, so yeah, I'm stoked.
Very, very close indeed, but you did show that you were coming out in front with about 10 metres to go and never really lost that. You clearly hit the wall a good margin in front of the other guys. Any game plan tonight other than just putting your head down?
Oh, just lengthen out, increase the kick, so yeah.
How important is that start in that 50 freestyle, and how much of your training goes into making sure you have the fastest start over that 50?
Yeah, real important. Every detail goes into it, so a lot of practice, a lot of time, so it's paid enough, so I'm stoked.
Now, you've moved to the Coast Swimming Club under Michael Weston and John Gatfield. You haven't been there long, but the move obviously is a good one for you.
Yeah, I'm stoked to be there. Full credit to them, awesome support team, awesome coaching. Welcomed us with open arms, so yeah, real good move.
Well, great stuff. A round of applause for George for winning the 50 metres freestyle.
Hi, it's Dean Kent here from Northern Arena. We've had a 9-year association with Merthyr Pools and we couldn't be happier. Any issues we've had, they've come to the party almost immediately. We've got a new venture coming up and we're happy to be associated and use Merthyr as a product again. Would we be happy to recommend them to anyone and to use them again in the future? And the answer is 100% yes.
The 221 Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. We now move to event 7, the women's 50 metres freestyle, and we on the pool deck ready to go, the C finalists. In lane 1, Tegan Strudwick, 2, Courtney Matthews, 3, Paris Cutler, 4, Grace Jones, 5, Ruby Heath, 6, Jessie Welch, 7, Holly Rahurahu, and lane 8, Isabella Thurlow. And then they go to the wall, lane 6, Jessie Welch takes that one out, 27.16. And on the pool deck, moments away from a start, will be the B final of event 7, the women's 50 metres freestyle. Lane 1, Bree Middleton. Lane 2, Ray Kwan. Lane 3, Danielle Joblin. Lane 4, Madison Kidd. Lane 5, Alice Waldo. Lane 6, Brianna Crawford. 7, Molly Shivnan. Lane 8, Liv Peebles. And a good swim there by Alice Waldo, ducking under 27 seconds to win the B final. We now welcome to pool deck the A finalist of the women's 50 metres freestyle. In lane 1, from Phoenix, Vanessa Auerhand. In lane 2 from Neptune, Erica Fairweather. Lane 3 from North Shore, Summer Osborne. Lane 4 from St Paul's, Laura Littlejohn. Lane 5 from the Sun Devils, Emma Godwin. Lane 6 from Coast, Amy Crosby. Lane 7 from North Shore Swimming Club, Karina Doyle. And lane 8 from Hamilton, Paige Flynn. And pretty flat across the field as they hit the water for the women's 50 metres freestyle. Laura Littlejohn, the 16-year-old, in lane 4. The 24-year-old Emma Godwin in lane 5. Emma Godwin is out in front at the moment, but it's pretty close. They come. It is Laura Littlejohn creeping ahead with 10 metres to go. Can she get the 16-year-old New Zealand age group record and the open title? She heads to the wall in 25.59 to win. She takes the title comfortably. She looks happy with that as she nods her head. Emma Godwin in second. Vanessa Auerhand is third from lane 1. Good fast finish there in the women's 50 metres freestyle. And we'll catch a word for it with Laura Littlejohn in a few moments to get her reaction to her first title of the championships. Here with Laura Littlejohn, congratulations on your national title, 50 metre freestyle. A good margin of 0.3 in the end. Looked comfortable and you were nodding your head. It looked like you were happy.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that race. I mean, I knew in the recent training, I knew I had the speed. So I just went in there and had some fun and it worked out.
Did you have your eye on that New Zealand age group record of 25.2? Was that in your mind?
Yeah, it was definitely in the back of my mind. I knew it would have been a little bit of a long shot, but I'm glad that I got close to it.
Now, I saw you earlier in the year. You were training up here in Auckland. Your swimming pool, your typical swimming pool, was being renovated or the like. Was that difficult to kind of be manoeuvring yourself around the country?
Yeah, it was definitely difficult over the summer holidays. I think we ended up going to around 12 different pools over 2 months, so it was definitely an adventure.
Well, it doesn't seem to have slowed you down. Well done on your first title and all the best for the rest of your champs.
Thank you.
Swimming classification has 14 classes and is split into 3 groups. Physical impairments are represented by numbers 1 to 10. Where S1 swimmers are the most impaired and S10 the least. Visual impairments occupy classes S11, 12 and 13. S11 swimmers are blind through to S13 who have milder visual impairments. Finally, S14 is for those with an intellectual impairment. The S prefix is used for butterfly, backstroke and freestyle. When swimming in breaststroke, swimmers carry an SB prefix due to the added importance of the leg kick for those with physical impairments. Although it has no bearing on swimmers with visual or intellectual impairments, the SB prefix is used across all classes. Medley events carry an SM prefix, a blend of both S and SB numbers to reflect the event that contains all 4 strokes.
Well, welcome back. Hope you're enjoying the action here at the National Aquatic Centre and at home. We move now to event 105, the 50-metre butterfly for women, para multi-class, and they are behind the blocks at the moment. And in lane 1, we have from Zenith, Katie Short. In lane 2, from Selwyn, Gabriella Ben. In lane 3 from Wharanui, Lily Fox Mason. Lane 4 from QE2, Sophie Pascoe. Lane 5 from Hamilton, Nikita Howarth. Lane 6 from Orca, Jane Fox. Lane 7 from Wharanui, Gabriella Smith. Away we go, Sophie Pascoe in lane 4, Nikita Howarth in 5. Now the interesting thing here is Nikita Howarth is swimming for a slot at Tokyo, but this event is not an Olympic event for Sophie Pascoe. So Sophie Pascoe, we're looking for an improved performance from the heats. The world record she holds at 28.15. 28.15 for Sophie Pascoe. Let's see how she can go this evening. She comes into the wall, it's going to be close. Just over 29.52. Looking for Nikita Howarth here, the qualifying mark for Tokyo, 38.28, which she swam this morning. 36.39 for Nikita Howarth, well underneath that qualifying mark for Tokyo. Of course, she was the bronze medalist in Rio 5 years ago. And Sophie takes out that after the number crunching there, with the winner being the closest to the world record in their class. And we'll have a chat to Sophie Pascoe and Nikita Howarth to have a chat about her performance tonight and this morning. So we'll have a chat with Nikita Howarth and Sophie Pascoe. So we'll catch up with Nikita Howarth first in this 50-metre butterfly para multi-class. Well done, Nikita. You reached that qualifying mark this morning and blew it away this evening as well. You must be wrapped on day 2 of the champs.
Yeah, I think that was a good swim for me all round. I had a bit of a sore shoulder, so with that, I'm really happy, yeah.
Now, we're just talking earlier about the fact that you did decide earlier to retire, and then the sport brought you back and you wanted to come back and compete again. What was behind that, coming back into the sport?
I guess I just really missed it. That was kind of it. I was like, I missed the water, why not go back?
Well, obviously, you're getting faster and faster and hopefully set for another Olympic Games. So a wonderful performance for you. Congratulations, all the best for the rest of your champs.
Thank you so much.
We're now going to have a chat with Sophie Pascoe. Congratulations, Sophie, on a performance tonight, a title for you. 20 faster than this morning, so talk us through that performance.
That was the goal for tonight, obviously go faster, that's what we trained for, so yeah, I'm happy with that time. This is a meet that we haven't tapered for, so we're training through, and I'm in a very fortunate enough position that I have qualified, so I can train through this meet.
Good stuff. And interestingly, the 50 butterfly, not an Olympic event for you, but an Olympic event for Nikita. That's quite odd, isn't it?
Oh, I'd love it if it was a Paralympic event for myself, but it's such a fun event. But we have the 100 fly, so look, that's also another good event for me, and we'll be boarding up for that in a couple of months' time.
And talking about that sort of swimming through, so to speak, and for the viewers at home, that is not resting, not tapering, not sort of fine-tuning things leading in. Obviously, that's going to come in the next few months.
Totally. We made the decision, obviously, not to do that for this particular meet, just leading into, obviously, Tokyo as our main focus, and being in the fortunate enough position that I had qualified a couple of years ago leading into this. So, yeah, look, this meet's about doing some good times, good standard times for where I'm at the moment.
And one more question, I guess, was there any wavering moments for you with all the cancellations of international competition where you thought, you know, the motivation was leaving you, or did you always have it there?
Yeah, look, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it was a tough grind through the situation of COVID, and like everyone going through lockdown, there was definitely some challenging times in how I was thinking and what's next. But I've got through that with some great support, and now I'm here at Nationals heading to my 4th Paralympic Games.
Congratulations. Give a round of applause. Sophie Pascoe, ladies and gentlemen. We move now to event 106, and getting ready behind the blocks is the men's 50 metres butterfly para multi-class. In lane 1 from Te Arawa is Bailey Conlon. Sorry, lane 3, that's Bailey Conlon. In lane 4 from Selwyn, Ian Edwards. Lane 5 from Greendale, Lance Dusto. And lane 6 from Blenheim, Jack Bugler. And a great start from Ian Edwards in lane 4 in the orange cap, and away he goes. He's in disability class S9, whilst the other 3 swimmers in the field are in the intellectual disability class S14. But very, very even across the field. And it looks to be Lance Dusto doing a great job in lane 5, and he's really improved as I've been commentating him in the last 2 or 3 years. Starting to get on the podium, starting to climb up that podium. Lance Dusto takes that out, 32.05. And looking at the seed time, that is underneath his time from this morning. A little bit of a gentle pump of the fist would indicate that he's happy with that too. So well done to Lance Dusto. He will win that event, and we'll have a chat to him shortly. Here with Lance Dusto, the winner of the event just now. Well done, Lance. A big smile on your face, and I saw that fist pump there. Were you really happy with that one?
Oh yeah, I was more happy at the PB.
Great stuff, and just talking to Cameron Leslie earlier, you've moved back to the Greendale Swimming Club. How is that going for you? Enjoying that?
Honestly, it's much better swimming down alone.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, the teammates, that'll be pushing you along. How many other swims have you got this week?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Back at me. I'd say about 6 maybe. I have no idea.
Well, that's great. And is that a PB for you this evening?
Well, a swim is a swim at the end of the day.
Well, that's a relaxed attitude, and that's a winning attitude. Well done, Lance Dusto. Congratulations on your title.
Thank you.
Your once-a-year opportunity to swim the bridge is next weekend. The Harcourt's Cooper & Co. Swim the Bridge is a sellout event, so enter today at swimthebridge.co.nz to secure your spot. Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success for over 20 years. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance. Expert advice and local service. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
Well, welcome back. We move from the 50-metre events now to the 400-metre individual medley for men. There is 2 finals here, and please put your hands together and welcome the B finalists onto pool deck. In lane 1 from Liz Van Welly Aquatics, Kalani Bruce. And lane 2 from Coast, James Donovan. Lane 3 from Orca, Jackson Herrick. Lane 4 from Mount Maunganui, Gus Shivnan. Lane 5 from Pukekohe, Ben Masters. Lane 6 from Waitakere, James Slesser. Lane 7 from North Shore, Ryan Tomoff. And lane 8 from Mirihiku, Regan Cross. So the 100-metre butterfly, the first 100 of this 400 metres individual medley. And Steve Kent joining me, the 2012 Olympian, the brother of a man, Dean Kent, who held and still holds the New Zealand record in this event.
In the short course, I believe. So Lewis has obviously his time from 2019 Worlds is now the long course record, but Dean with his skill still holds that 4:06 for short course.
4:06, blindingly quick, and we spoke about what's required in this event earlier, but really having a strong talent in all 4 strokes as we look out to the backstroke leg now. And we start to see lanes 2, 3 and 4 really starting to come through in this B final of the men's 400 metres individual medley. James Donovan from Coast, and obviously you had the pleasure of coaching James in your time as coach at Coast Swimming Club. Really has developed, hasn't he? Lane 2's James Donovan.
Yeah, James has just been forever progressing. He's a hard worker. His attitude to swimming is amazing. He's now training with Helena as well, so learning from the older athletes at the same time, but once again having that cheeky side to him, which is awesome to see him bring that through to the older guys' trainings.
And just speaking about the young guys coming through, a lot of these swimmers starting to see the ages here. There's still a lot of age-group swimmers coming up to this Open Championships. That must be a big change for them, isn't it? Coming from an age group meet to an Open meet. It's kind of playing, rocking with the big guys,
Yeah, I think it's the key thing there is to make sure that they enjoy it. So having the way the events run now by Swimming New Zealand with the, live streaming and up-to-date time, all of that stuff just shows that, hey, they're at an event now and it's a little bit more than NAGs can be, and, keep enjoying it, keep, no pressure, take on these older guys as well and put their best foot forward now.
Halfway through the breaststroke leg of the B final of the men's 400 metres individual medley, and that lead has changed. Ben Masters in lane 5 takes them through. Gus Shibnan in 4, sitting in second place. And third is James Donovan, still holding on to that place there and doing well. And looking at the seed times here from this morning, 4:46.63. The Olympic qualifier, just so we're aware for this, is 4:15.84, and that was the time that Lewis Clareburt did in 2019. He swam a 4:16 this morning, a very, very solid heat swim. And now it is lane 5's Ben Masters that goes through and holds a 10-metre lead over the rest of the field, but Gus Shibnan coming through strongly in the freestyle. James Donovan watching over, breathing to his left, trying to hold on as well. And lane 6 is James Slesser from Waitakere. And coming out of the turn is Ben Masters from Pukekohe. And Gus Shibnan certainly taken some mileage out of him in this 100-metre. Gus Shibnan coming through very, very strongly. He was first seed into the final. Ben Masters they're only 0.3 separated this morning. Gus Shibnan's going to make it 0.3. Could he collect the win in this B final of the men's 400 metres individual medley? Just almost the same margin. Exactly 0.4 in it there. 4:43.05 there for Ben Masters. Gus Shibnan in second. James Donovan takes third to the wall, 4:48.22, which is a good improvement for a number of the swimmers in that B final. That final 100-metre freestyle by Gus Shibnan was phenomenal. I mean, he came from 10 metres behind to almost win that B final. A great swim there by both of these swimmers, but particularly that final 100 by Gus Shibnan. Please join me in welcoming now to pool deck the A finalist of the men's 400 metres individual medley. In lane 1 from Pirates, Joseph Stewart. In lane 2 from North Shore, Blair Helms. In lane 3 from Capital, Sam Brown. Lane 4 from Capital, Lewis Clareburt. Lane 5 from Neptune, Luan Grobbelaar. Lane 6 from Capital, Bronson Lloyd. Lane 7 from North Shore, Patrick McGill. Lane 8 from Evolution Aquatics, Thomas Wilkinson. And Lewis Clarebird, a nice breakout to take them out through the first length of this butterfly. I had a quick word with him this morning about his performance. He was pretty comfortable, pretty happy, but said the lungs hurt. And he said the lungs seemed to warm up throughout the day, and he was pretty confident of a much better performance this evening. So excited to see what Lewis Clarebird can do. He turns in 26.48 ahead of Sam Brown, the 17-year-old, his teammate from Capital. Luan Grobbelaar, the 19-year-old, who has moved to Neptune in Otago in lane 5, and doing pretty well. There in lane 6 is Bronson Lloyd. So Lewis Clarebird hits the wall at the 100-metre mark, 56.57. Stephen Kent, how do you think he's tracking at the moment? We've got that Olympic qualifier at 4:15.
Yeah, well, his fly looked really smooth there. 56.5. Great start to his swim. Now into his backstroke, straight into his work. Great breakout. He's into his rhythm. Building now.
So looking at the margin now and the splits, they turn in 128.92. And the lead has changed. Sam Brown second, Luan Grobbelaar into third. A career best of 4:12.1. And 4:12.07 the PB, being the New Zealand record as well, of course, over the long course. And slick turns coming into the breaststroke leg. No one's going to catch him here, but Luan Grobbelaar is going to certainly take some of that out of Sam Brown in lane 3. Steve, Lewis's breaststroke here, nice high recovery and really powerful lunge forward.
Yeah, you can really see his hip movement there as well, so it means his legs are driving him forward, and he's looking really sharp at this point. Let's see how his turn looks on this one.
So he'll certainly be swimming his own race, but able to see where the rest of the swimmers are. He's in his breaststroke. Luan Grobbelaar has caught Sam Brown at the first 50. The 200-metre breaststroker who swims around about a 2:16, 2:17. Luan Grobbelaar, who's in a great form, coming through into second place. But back to the front, Lewis Clarebird. Let's see how fast we can get him through this evening. He certainly looks the business. We'll look for the split for the final, the 300-metre mark. He turns in 3:11.96. So can he hit the minute for the final 100? I'd like to think we're comfortably going to see a qualifying mark broken this evening. Lewis Clarebird looks extremely strong. He said he went out a little bit slow this morning, but he certainly has it this evening. Lewis Clarebird, a clear 10 metres in front of Luan Grobbelaar, who's also looking very comfortable. Haven't seen this sort of form out of Luan Grobbelaar for a little while. He's looking really great as well. Sam Brown, the 17-year-old, sitting in third. Lewis Clarebird approaching 25 metres to swim here. The time clicking away at 3:58, 3:59, 4 minutes. Looking for a 4:15.84, 4:15.84, 4:07, 4:08, 4:09. A new Zealand record for Lewis Clarebird, 4:09.87. Boy, oh boy, what a time, what an improvement, and what a record for Lewis Clarebird. No one would have thought he would have gone that quick this evening. Lewis Clarebird, big smile on his face, under the 4:10 mark. That is truly world class. 2.4 seconds under his own New Zealand record, and Sam Brown 4:24.55, and we check the New Zealand age record. Not quite. Luan Grobbelaar 4:18.90. So some fantastic swims there. Luan Grobbelaar 4:18.90. Sam Brown third 4:24.55. And at fourth was Bronson Lloyd at 4:30.99. We'll get a word with Lewis Clareburt with a spectacular swim here this evening. Here with Lewis Clareburt, the winner of the 400 metres individual medley for men. Now, you said this morning you might have a little bit more gas in the tank, but boy, oh boy, a 4:09.84 New Zealand record, well underneath the Olympic qualifying. What a swim, Lewis.
Yeah, I mean, pretty stoked with that. Felt shocking this morning, so to get the board wasn't working, but to hear the 4:09 was pretty cool. And, you know, I heard the crowd the whole way, and you know, that was pretty awesome, and I think that's what the difference was.
Must be really encouraging for you to know that you can turn around a 4:16 this morning, where you really didn't leave much in the tank, did you, this morning? To turn it around and go 7 or 6.5 seconds faster is phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I always feel better in the afternoon, but I mean, come Tokyo, we're going to be swimming the finals in the morning, so I really need to sort that out and see what I can do to make sure I'm a bit more awake in the mornings and see if I can pump out something faster than that, hopefully.
I think the trick will be just keep the time zone different, and the morning will be the evening, and we'll see a great performance. But a New Zealand record, that's fantastic. So, look, it's a credit to you to turn around that performance this morning and come back so strongly. So well done, and all the best for the rest of your champs.
Thank you.
Swimming is my favorite way to start the day.
It's my escape from the hustle and bustle.
Keeps me moving and keeps me alive.
It's the reason I want to be the best one day.
It's why we're going to Epic. See you in Taupo.
Well, welcome back. What a performance there by Lewis Clareburt, and we've since learned that that was the second fastest time swum in the world this year by Lewis Clareburt. So just one person faster in the world over the 400 metres individual medley, putting him in a very, very good position leading into Tokyo. So a great performance. Now move to the final event of tonight's final session, event 9, the 4x100 metre medley mixed relay. And we'll welcome them onto the pool deck right now. In lane 1 is the Nelson Marlborough team, A-team. In lane 2 is the Jazzy A-team. Lane 3 is the North Shore A team. Lane 4, the North Shore B team. Lane 5 is the Wharanui A team. Lane 6, the Capital A team. And lane 7, the Swim Zone A team. This is the 4x100 metre medley club relay, but mixed gender. And in lane 3, this is the North Shore A team. Set off here by, just checking who this is, I think it's Cameron Gray. It's taken off for the North Shore A team. Taiko Terepi Ormsby in the middle of the pool, lane 5 for Wharanui, or lane 6, I believe it is, in the red cap. And a very different race this, Steve, in terms of the club relay dynamic. Quite relaxed, quite fun, and often you can get a lot of good times out of this, can't you?
Yeah, and you've also got with the mixed gender, changing of who's doing what stroke. So up next we've got the North Shore team, we've got a girl and a boy in different teams. So what's the dynamic going to be by the end?
That's right, and the Wharenui team go in front, and interestingly the North Shore B team leads the North Shore A team at the moment through into the breaststroke leg. And the other thing very important is the changeovers, Steve. I mean, you've been a part of some top relay teams in the past. You want to get a good start, but not too good that you ruin it for everyone.
Yeah, I've definitely been on both sides. The main thing is choosing your point where you're watching your swimmers come in. It's not watching for the actual touch, it's choosing a point that doesn't change. So if they're practiced, it should be fine.
You don't want any sudden movements at the end there. You want to know there's a real consistent finish there off the swimmer in front of you. No short strokes to confuse the swimmer about to dive in. But this here in lane 4 is the North Shore B team, which is interesting. And in lane 5, Wharanui A team, and Lachlan for the Capital Swim Club A team stands up. But obviously, as Steve said, we've got the women, then the men, the women, then the men, so the lead will change. And here we go, we've got the North Shore A team so that is Cameron Gray there for the North Shore A team. Lachlan O'Connor for Capital out in lane 6. Hannah Bates in lane 5. And Summer Osborne for North Shore B team leads the charge at the moment. Karina Doyle lines up for North Shore A. Into the water goes Bree Middleton for Wharanui. Sophie Irving for Capital A in 6. And still leading the North Shore B team. Summer Osborne leads the way for North Shore B. Karina Doyle for North Shore A. Bree Middleton for Wharanui in 5. Sophie Irving for Capital in 6. Cody Terrell for Swim Zone in 7. Bailey Perriam for Jazzy in 2. Abby Smale for Nelson Marlborough in 1. They come in to win comfortably, the North Shore B team. Probably didn't like being called the B team. And we'll get an interview with the North Shore B team now, as soon as the race is concluded, and get all the team members around. So we'll get a word with the North Shore B team, who won that mixed 4x100 metre medley relay, and they're coming over. Well done, team. You all look sort of got a big smile on your face, a little bit of a surprise, but what a performance in lane 4. Typically B, you've got the A team alongside you, but it's always good when the B team rolls the A team, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, we had the I think we won the top 2 inches battle before the race even started, so we were in it from the get-go.
Ruby Matthews, give me some serious banter, will there, over there at the North Shore team? Just give them a bit of stick, that A team.
Oh, definitely. Got to make sure you beat them when you're in the B team.
Well, congratulations. Give them a round of applause. The North Shore B team winning the 4x100 metre medley mixed club relay. Well done, guys and girls.
Schoolyard to the stadium, Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success on a local, regional and national level for over 20 years. We're proud to support New Zealand's sporting organisations and communities up and down the country. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance. With expert advice and local service. From quote to claim management, we're with you every step of the way. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
So welcome back to the 221 Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. We're going to catch a word with one of the coaches of our recently qualified, fantastic new New Zealand record holder, Lewis Clearbert. In fact, he is busy with his swimmers, so we will get back to the program. Here was Stephen Kent to wrap what has been an exciting final session, and great to have you on pool deck, Steve, for the first time, and look forward to having you back tomorrow and Thursday. But we started with a 50 freestyle, men and women. A good win there by George from the Coast Swimming Club. So, yeah, what did you make of that performance?
Yeah, I think just a confident swim. Nailed his start, nailed his finish, so he was doing all those little things right. So, you know, I know he's been working on them, which is good to see that come through. So, yeah, some really, and then Laura Littlejohn, you know, 16 years old, taking out the win, you know, looking good for the future in that event.
That's right, and in the 50 butterfly for para multi-class, Sophie Pascoe, as she said, she has qualified already. She's swimming through this meet, so to speak, and building up until the Olympic Games, but still looking pretty sharp at 29 low.
Well, it's always, you know, great to see a quality athlete in preparation for an Olympic Games, and you only have to look at Sophie's, what she does, pre-post events all the time. It's really professional, so a lot of people can learn from what she does, and once again, another quality swim.
And of course, we can't forget Tupou Naufi, who did the qualifying mark as well in the 100 metres backstroke. Nikita Howarth in the 50 metres butterfly as well. Did it this morning, did it this evening, and well underneath the time.
Yeah, well, she's obviously heading back after getting bronze in Rio, so I'm sure she's probably hungry to improve on that. So obviously that's that stepping stone now. So let's hope that she can improve on that bronze.
That's right, and to finish the evening, what a way to finish the 400 metres individual medley. Lewis going, that 4:13, 4:14 used to be the mark, now 4:09, second fastest in the world this year.
Yeah, well, he's an inspiration to all of New Zealand, not just swimming, but athletes that, with the Wellington tan, you can actually get out there and take on the world, and to do it from, Freiburg Pool, he's doing an awesome job through this last year, and I'm really proud to follow him. Yeah, amazing.
And a cheeky win by the North Shore B team to finish the night. So we look forward to our session tomorrow morning, starting at 11 a.m. on Sky Sport Next. We've got lots of events happening tomorrow, the 200 metre freestyle for men and women, and a whole lot of other action taking place tomorrow. So we'll continue with the program, with the medal ceremonies for tonight's session. Thank you for joining us, Steve, and we'll see you again tomorrow night.
Cheers, Scotty. Yeah, look forward to it.
Your once-a-year opportunity to swim the bridge is next weekend. The Harcourt's Cooper & Co. Swim the Bridge is a sellout event, so enter today at swimthebridge.co.nz to secure your spot. Aon has been helping Kiwis strive for sporting success for over 20 years. As New Zealand's leading insurance broker, we can also support you when it comes to your insurance. Expert advice and local service. Talk to your local Aon insurance broker today.
Here with Gary Hollywood, the coach of Capital Swimming Club and the coach of Lewis Clareburt. It's always interesting watching coaches' faces, but you couldn't but help smile from that performance, could you, Gary?
No, it was very pleasing.
Short and sweet. Anything else you'd like to expand on? I could see you sort of had the stopwatch in hand and watching every moment of Lewis's race there. Was there any particular advice that you gave Lewis between the sessions?
Well, every time we make a drop, all we ever do is tweak what we do. We don't try to do anything too significant. So when he looked at his splits, he said, yeah, they look quite ordinary. And so the times I told them to shave off. So looking at just going from a 12 to 11 split on that breaststroke, going kind of 58 on the freestyle, just a bit soft on the fly and then trying to pick it up on the backstroke. And just seeing we could go from a 4 to a 3. And I said, you do that, we're looking around maybe a 4:10. I said, but the big thing here was this was our one and only chance to go into the Olympics ranked in the top 6. Because all the statistics show that to be a medal hope, you've got to be ranked top 6 to go into the Olympics if you want to stand any chance of winning a medal.
That's good to know, very good to know. And that performance obviously will spur on the rest of the team. The team will be around him now, and that's a great thing. But 4:09.8, did you ever expect to see a time under 4:10 this evening?
To be honest, I didn't. I thought maybe 4:10 for definite. I wanted under 4:11, but Lewis just seems to pull out the big ones when he needs to.
Well, good on you, Gary. You're a big part of that performance. And thank you for joining us, and we'll chat again throughout the meet.
Thanks, Scott.
Swimming is my favourite way to start the day.
It's my escape from the hustle and bustle.
Keeps me moving and keeps me alive.
It's the reason I want to be the best one day.
It's why we're going to Epic. See you in Taupo.
Well, great to chat there with Gary Hollywood, Lewis Clarebert's coach from the Capital Swim Club in Wellington. We'll move now to the medal ceremony for the events in the second half of this finals program, starting with event 6, the men's 50-metre freestyle for the 17-18-year-old age group. And we'll invite them through to the podium now. In third place in 23.99, Cameron Gray from North Shore Swimming Club. Tom Gold is second in 23.81, and winning in 23.30, Taiko Torepi Ormsby from Wharanui Swim Club. And presenting the medals from Aon is Chris Osborne, the major sponsor of Swimming New Zealand and these championships. Move now to the medal presentation. Event 6, the men's 50-metre freestyle final. Presented by Chris Osborne from Aon. In third place in 23.40 from Coast Swimming Club, Tyrone Henry. Second place in 23.30 from Wharanui Swim Club, Taiko Torepi Ormsby. And winning in a time of 22.99 from Coast Swimming Club, George Williams. Move now to event 7, the medal ceremony for the women's freestyle, 50-metre freestyle, 17-18-year-old age group. In third place in 26.98 from United Swimming Club, Alice Waldo. In second place in 26.18 from Coast Swimming Club, Amy Crosby. And winning in a time of 26.14 from Neptune, Erica Fairweather. Move now to event 7, the medal ceremony for the 50-metre freestyle final. In third place in 26.03 from Phoenix, Vanessa Auerhand. In second place in 25.94 from Hitatonga Sun Devils, Emma Godwin. And winning in a time of 25.59 from St Paul's Swimming Club, Laura Littlejohn. Moving now to the medal ceremony for event 105. The 50-metre butterfly for women para-multi class, presented by Chris Osborne from Aon. In third place, in 33.72 from Wharanui, Lily Fox-Mason. In second place, in 36.39 from Hamilton Aquatics, Nikita Howarth. And winning in a time of 29.52 from QE2, Sophie Pascoe. Moving to the event ceremony for event 106, the 50-metre butterfly for men para-multi class. In third place, in 33.34 from Te Arawa Swimming, Bailey Conlon. The silver medalist in 33.54 from Selwyn Swim Club, Yayan Edwards. And winning in 32.05 from Greendale Swim Club, Lance Dusto. Moving now to the medal ceremony, event 8, the 400 metres individual medley, 17 and the A final. In fact, no, this is the 17 and 18-year-olds. In third place, 4:36.96 from Pirates Swim Team, Joseph Stewart. In second place, in 4:30.99 from Capital, Bronson Lloyd. And winning in 4:24.55 from Capital Swim Club, Sam Brown. Moving to event 8, the 400 metres individual medley for men final. In third place in 4:24.55 from Capital Swim Club, Sam Brown. Second place in 4:18.90 from Neptune, Luan Grobbelaar. And winning in a new New Zealand Open record time of 4:07.87 from Capital Swim Club, Lewis Clearbird. Moving to the final medal presentation of this evening's final session, event 9, the 4x100 metre medley mixed relay. In third place, in 4:05.95, is North Shore Swimming Club A team of Cooper Morley, Melissa Cowan, Cameron Gray and Karina Doyle. Winning the silver medal in 4:05.45, Wharanui A team. Taiko Torepi Ormsby, Tom Drever, Hannah Bates, Bree Middleton. And winning the gold in 4:01.45, North Shore Swimming Club B team. Jason Churches, Cullen Prime, Ruby Matthews and Summer Osborne. And that concludes session number 3, the second of the final session here at the Aon New Zealand Swimming Championships. It's been a wonderful evening of more of our athletes reaching those qualifying marks. The highlight of this evening being the New Zealand record from Lewis Clareburt over 400 metre individual medley. And tomorrow morning from 11 on Sky Sport Next YouTube channel, we have those events on screen now. The 200 freestyle, 400 freestyle women's para multi-class, the 50 backstroke, men and women, 200 breaststroke for the women and 100 breaststroke for the men, the 400 freestyle men's para multi-class and the 200 freestyle for the women's para multi-class, and finishing with the women's 200 metres freestyle. It's going to be another action-packed day here at the Sir Owen G. Glenn National Aquatic Centre. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.